So I already filmed this video, and afterwards I've realized I didn't turn my microphone on, so here we are, take 2 on this one. Hey guys, Ginger here, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm bringing you guys 7 books that I am very hesitant to read for varying different reasons. So I'm sure you all have books like this where you're like, I bought this book because obviously some part of me wants to read it, but at the same time you just don't know how you're gonna feel about it, or you've heard bad things or good things and you just are very scared to pick it up, and that is my case with these following books that I'm going to show you. So let's just get into it. The first couple of books here are some fantasy, and I am I guess I'm just gonna talk about them. So the first book I have here, I have heard very controversial things about, as in whether people really love it or they really hate it, and so I am kind of worried about going into it wondering what I personally am going to think of this book, and that is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, or the Red Queen series. I got this book like 2 years ago for like $2, and at that time that was when this was really big on the internet, and like people's controversy with it was growing. Right now we've kind of gotten the people who like the series and don't out of the way. I know that there's a lot of people who think this is too tropey, too generic for a fantasy book, and then there's people who really like it. So I am kind of hesitant to pick this up because I have no idea where I'm going to land on that spectrum, and obviously I kind of want to like it, so I'm worried that I won't, and that's why I haven't picked it up yet. The next book I have here, I already started actually in January or February, and so far I'm worried I'm not gonna like it, and that is what's making me hesitant to keep going because I really wanted to like it. And it is Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh, which is a trilogy, and the concept of this book is really interesting to me. It's about kingdoms with seasons, and I think there's also like music related ones, and I think that that's really interesting. It intrigues me, but so far I've gotten like this far into the book, so not that far, but I am not impressed, and I don't like the writing style, and I don't like the main character, so I am really afraid that I'm not going to like it and it's going to take me forever to get through. So now I'm hesitant to continue, and I already was kind of hesitant because I had started reading this on ebook like a year ago. I got it for very cheap, like 99 cents, and I read the first chapter, and I wasn't really impressed with it then either, and then I got it on thrift books for like $3 because I wanted it on my shelf because it's very pretty, and I don't know if I'm gonna like it. So yeah, please let me know in the comments if you think that this is going to be really good, or if I'm probably going to continue not liking it, because I just want to know. And then this one has a kind of similar basis to Red Queen. There's been a lot of people who really didn't like it and a lot of people who really did like it, and right now when I first saw this book on BookTube, it was like, you know, a lot of people were promoting it and whatnot, and then it kind of just fell off the face of the earth for a little bit. And now with the release of the 3rd book in the series, we've had more people talking about it, and people who do like this series have been bringing it up more. So I'm very nervous that I am going to fall in the I don't like it category, even though I really want to like this book, and that is Truth Witch by Susan Dennard, which again, they're bringing out the 3rd book, which is Blood Witch. I think it either just came out or is about to come out at the end of this month, and when this book came out, I was really, again, intrigued with the idea of it, and the witch, the type of witch the Truth Witch is, and the witch worlds, or I guess it's technically witch lands. And then I heard so many bad things, or people weren't impressed with it. It wasn't necessarily that it was bad, but people they just didn't care for it. And so I was really worried, but I went with my gut and got myself a copy of this on thrift books, and I'm hoping that I will actually very much enjoy this book, and that I get to it soon and quit putting it off because I'm afraid. Because I want to see if I like it, and if I do like it, Blood Witch just came out, so I can get the rest of the series. Next 2 books I have, I'm taking a break from fantasy for a little bit, for a couple books, and going into thriller, and these books actually are not because I've heard bad things, but because of my previous experience with the authors. The first one, this is kind of my last chance I'm giving them, because I have read 2 other books by this author, and the first one was an arc and it was just fine. It was 3 stars. And then the most recent one I read was for Buzz Wordathon in January, and that is one of my least favorite books of the year so far. So I'm hoping that this one does it for me, because if not, I don't think I'm going to pick any more of these books up by her. And that is Lisa Scottoline, and this is Damaged by her. And I have this book because I found it at a thrift store and it is signed. Look at that. And I thought that was really cool, so I picked it up for that reason. And Lisa Scottoline is a thriller writer and a mystery writer, and I am into that. But so far I've just not been impressed. Not even really by her. Like, her writing is fine, and that's probably the reason that I am giving her another chance, but the plots of the books that I've read have not blown me away and were not interesting to me. So that's why I'm afraid to read this book, because I'm afraid that I'm gonna have to just get rid of this beautiful signed book, and because I don't like Lisa Scottoline. But I am excited to read this and find out if I'm going to continue with this author or not. But I'm still afraid because I don't want to have to unhaul this, but there's no reason to keep it on my shelf if I don't like it. So, and then again, along those lines, the other author I have here is B.A. Paris with The Breakdown. I've read the other 2 books by B.A. Paris, and as you may or may not know, she's a very profound writer in the thriller community. Her book Behind Closed Doors was very popular a few years ago, and I hated that book, and I have since unhauled it because I did not like it that much. And her other book, Bring Me Back, I received as an art copy last year, and I liked that one fine. I think I gave it 3 or 3.5 stars, but it just wasn't great. Her writing style is good, and I enjoyed it, but the plot twists and the plots themselves were trash. So I'm hoping that this one is different and I like it, and I'm only somewhat hopeful because Books and Lala had similar views on her other 2 books, but she did rate this one 4 stars, and this was her favorite, so I'm hoping that that is the case for me. And this is just a beautiful cover, don't you think? And it's just like a perfect hardcover, and I really like the look of this book and the spine and everything, so I hope I like it. If not just for those reasons, then just because... Oh, I take back, this is a perfect hardcover. It's ripped. I don't even think I did that. Oh man. No, this got like cut. Okay, now I'm sad. Moving on from book product sadness, I have 2 more books to share with you guys that are probably going to be a little more controversial, and so I saved them for last because why not? First book I have here, I have heard good things about, but I am very unsure if I'm actually going to like it because of previous experiences, and that is Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. I read her A Book of Spirits and Thieves book, which is like a spin-off series based closely around the same world in this series. I'm not entirely sure, but I thought that it was fine. It was pretty YA. I had some issues with the book, but I thought it was good enough that I would pick up this book because I have heard good things about it. However, the main thing that I am worried about is that I'm not going to like the world or the main characters in it, and I think the one thing that I will enjoy is the plot, because the plot in the other book I read by her was fine and I liked it, but the world did not seem like a fantasy world that I was interested in. So I'm worried that I'm not going to like that, and then overall not like this book. So let me know in the comments what you thought if you read this book, or if this is on your TBR, and if you're also afraid to read it because of hype and you thinking you're not going to fit into that hype. And along the hype thing is the last book here. And don't kill me, because I really don't think I'm going to like this book, and it is probably one of the most popular books out there in the book community. And we have here A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I think my brother just died. I have read Throne of Glass, and I really enjoyed it. I thought the writing style was great. I thought that the characters were great, and the plot was great. It had just a few small things that I had problems with, but So I'm not afraid this writing is going to be bad. Part of it is that it's so hyped up that I feel like I have it hyped up in my head and it's just going to not hit that, so I'm not going to like it. Also, I am not really into Beauty and the Beast retellings. We did Beauty and the Beast in our high school, one of the years I was there for a musical, and so I cannot even listen to Beauty and the Beast songs anymore without like getting annoyed because I heard them so many times. So when I hear Beauty and the Beast, I kind of just already have a negative connotation with it. And I'm not really, I've only read one Fae book so far, and that's The Cruel Prince. And like, I liked The Cruel Prince, but not overly liked it, if you know what I mean. So when it comes to that aspect in there, I'm a little hesitant, but hopefully I have no reason to be afraid of reading this book, and you know, I would just love it as much as everybody else, but part of me doesn't think I will, so that's why I have not picked this up, and I'm afraid to pick this up, even though I've had this for like 2 years and everybody says it's great. I haven't picked it up because I am afraid. Because I'm afraid to read it, and I'm hesitant to read all of these books because I'm afraid of them. So, are you guys afraid of reading any books? Maybe they're just big, or too much hype, or not enough hype. Let me know in the comments below, or if any of these books are also on that list of yours, or if you've read them and you definitely think I should pick them up sooner rather than later. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and to hit that subscribe button, because I look forward to seeing you all in my upcoming videos and interacting more with you guys in those. So I hope to see you all in my next video, and until then, bye! Hi friends, Ginger here. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, how are ya? Today I'm bringing you guys my January read.